of you have called me the Kronk of Turians. It is known that I not only have one of the biggest brains around here. What if someone's weenie made a glow stick snap noise, and then your butt glowed? But I also have the biggest muscles. Going. Wow! Holy shit!
He knows what he's doing. Yes, I'm talking to the screen again like a crazy person. Dad's talking to the ghosts again. Crazy, right? Pet. Oh, pet.
Halo quiz.
Blop. Yeah. Good boy. Alright. Halo quiz. Excuse me. We use the word rainbow people here. That's our word. Yes, you rainbow people. That's our word here. That's still one of the funniest interactions I've ever gotten on this channel. I'll take it, friends. So, you two? Why? Why is everyone mean to me? I just got here. Have you been holding in your rage for a while? You didn't need to blow me in front of everyone like that? There are possibly children watching. They shouldn't be, but there might be. They shouldn't be.
Father, I want bread.
The best that you want bread? I'm not gonna finish that thought. I'm more mature than that. You are a loaf. We'll go this route. You're a loaf. You already have bread. You are bread. Look at your fucking bakery back there, child. You have a fluffy butt. Fluffy butt. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy butt. Ah. Fluffy butt. Ah. Yeah. Now I have been prancing through Europe for the last 2 weeks on my vacation. Flew into Amsterdam overnight. Spent a few days there. Hopped over to fuck. I forgot what's been. How speaking to someone. Well, yeah, you can still bend it like Beckham. You shouldn't do that. It hurts. At the top, I know it hurts. It's not very nice. Can I just want to open up my itinerary again. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now I have my list up. Let's pop this over here so I can look at it. Cool. Alright. Yeah. So to give you a little fun idea of what we did on this trip, and then we'll hop into what I did a little bit of off stream, obviously. I couldn't do much work done over in Europe, of course. I did like 2-3 sketches. I expected to do more on my tablet, but honestly, every time I got back to my hotel room, I was so exhausted I passed out in like 5 minutes. I never had time to do anything. Even with jet lag. Jet lag also kicked my ass. And on the way back too, unfortunately. If I can pull up, I was gonna pull up just straight up Google Maps for you. So we can see. Aha. Ah! White mode! Get it out of here! I want to view it dark. I don't know how. I had to set the dark mode. Okay. Whatever. Alright. So, I'll give a little overview here. So I flew into Amsterdam, Netherlands up here, and we spent technically 2 days there. For those who know, during my painting and in general, when I talk about art, hey, look, the topic of this channel and stream, I talk about a lot about stuff like the composition and colors and the lights and the darks and the contrast and the clear obscure. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. All those terms I'm looking for is I base all that off of my favorite hey, I'm funny. My favorite traditional artist, Rembrandt. Rembrandt was a Dutch painter in the mid 1600s during the Dutch Golden Age of art. And if I pull him up, yeah, Rembrandt Hamazun van Rijn. Well, this is all self-portraits stuff. But is the Night Watch here? Yeah. He made, like, for example, the Night Watch, which is a very famous painting. Or he made. There's no popular ones up here that people may be familiar with. Syndicates of Draper. Where's the Titus? Is he draws his son, but overall, the point being with all this, is that I love his art. He's my favorite artist by far. So, because of how he does art. And Amsterdam has two artists they love. Rembrandt and Van Gogh. Van Gogh has his own museum because, you know, he was also a Dutch painter. And everyone knows who Van Gogh is. Or Van Gogh. Van Gogh? Van Gogh? Van Gogh. Yeah. It's Van Gogh over there. But, they love Rembrandt. And his usage of lights and darks is what... Hello, Dexa. We're talking about Rembrandt. His usage of clair obscur, yeah, I said it, is what I love about his art. And when I do in my own oil paintings as well, I always have a very dark background, and I slowly bring it to light, with the light hitting very particular parts of the character's face and such to draw attention to XYZ. And you'll notice that a lot in all my art as well, on both 3D, painting, etc., etc. I was talking to my father about Clair Obscur, both the game and the art style, and I talked about, you know, lights and darks. And then we went there, and the person who was giving the presentation literally said his use of contrast or Clair Obscur. I'm like, she said it! He said it! I told you! So that felt enabling to me. That felt good. Affirmation. That's the word I was looking for. But point being, they have a fuck ton of stuff about him and Van Gogh over there. And so I went to Van Gogh's museum. I spent like a full day in the Rick Museum, Rich, R-I-J-K, where all his most famous stuff is, including the Night Watch, which is a, like, how big is it again? Yeah, it's his largest one is 363 by 473 centimeters, which is 12 by 14.5 feet tall. It's massive. Does that include the bit that was trimmed off? They only recently found that it was actually trimmed and cut off, and they found original pictures of what it was before he cut it off, and it changed the entire perspective of where the center point of the image is, which is a very big deal in the art things. But yeah, they were literally there working on the painting, remastering it with like this. And you can see they found the other part that they recreated, and so they had this whole basically on display showing what they're doing, and you can view it from behind this big glass pane. But as they were working on it, there's full scaffolding and stuff in front of it when I was there. But point being, I can see his stuff, and that was fun. That's my favorite part of Amsterdam, seeing all his stuff. A bunch of other stuff we went in there, and other stuff you see in Amsterdam, like the Red Light District and the Bulldog and the Royal Palace and De Pip District and all that stuff. So for people who are over there probably know about it. I mean, Welco, you're just south of it. You probably know what I'm talking about if you're cool. Fun fact, I could have gone and visited Welco over there, but he threatened me, so I didn't. That's the kind of friend he is. Case in point. Were there those paint... How did you do so fast? Abuse! Were there those paintings that looks like it's looking at you? I mean, in general, his stuff... Are you talking about like when you walk by, it looks like the eyes are following you? I'm not sure. Enjoy your lurk, Dexa. I'll let you know when I get back to my clothing thing. But, anyway, so, I love his stuff. You'll see all my art stuff, like his stuff, because he's my favorite. And I also visited his house, which is cool. From there, we hopped over, we took a train over to Dusseldorf. Wow, too close. Germany. Spent just a night there before hopping on a train and going over to yeah, we took a train. We stopped at Cologne or Cologne to visit it, and then took it all the way down to Koblenz, right there. And then we took a boat all the way down the river, because this part of the Rhine River is where there's all the major castles on the Rhine River, and that was really cool. Big kiss for Texas. Mwah! There you go. And so I have a lot of pictures of the castles up on the cliffs and everything. That's really cool. Got off a little bit before Mainz and hopped over to Frankfurt for a bit. They had a really cool museum I wanted to go see. Lizard. You talk about that? I don't think it's from. I'm guessing that's from Bad Guys 2, from what I've seen from it, or something. But yeah. So we spent some time. We spent a day in Frankfurt. They have a caricature museum that's kind of on the smaller side. It's a museum devoted to comedy, like political cartoons and funny paintings and stuff. And honestly, some of them are fucking brilliant. I love them. So I got blood pictures of those. As well, the Film Institute, which like had all the cameras of olden times and how they do stuff, and then had an entire special exhibit just for one shots, or long shots, extended shots, whatever you want to call them. When like one shot of film is 10 minutes without a cut, that kind of stuff. I also do a lot of filmography, so, you know, animation. So, you'll hear me jabber about that a lot. Their goal was to go from Frankfurt up to Hamburg, and then take a train through Denmark, through Copenhagen, end up in Gothenburg. Every single train and hotel between Frankfurt and from all the way down here, from Frankfurt all the way up to Gothenburg, was full. We couldn't get a single goddamn train up to get past basically this area where Denmark and here is. I don't know why. I don't know if they had some kind of special tournament going on. I don't know if they just said, fuck you, you're American, you can't do it. I don't know. So, we said, fuck it. Paid $300 just to go fly up to Gothenburg, where we still couldn't find a goddamn hotel. So instead of spending overnight in Gothenburg, we said, fuck it. So we just hopped on a train and went straight over to Stockholm, Sweden. Stockholm was definitely the best part of my trip. For those who don't know, I am a mix of white races and some Native American in IRL. I know, surprise. This face is that act, but I'm like 50% Swedish and Norwegian, and so it's my strongest one. And then for those who don't know, I was born just south of Oslo. About here. About this area here. I'm not gonna find right now, but then moved over to America. But so being over here in Stockholm felt so good. It felt very familiar, even though the language is silly and I can't have a hard time learning it. But everything's in English over there as well, which is very surprising. There's a lot of English. And everything they do over there is digital currency. So, like, we even got paper money. We never even used it. It's weird. But the best part about Sweden and Stockholm in general is that they're very proud of their Viking stuff. They have a lot of Viking stuff. Yeah, no. The pecs are natural. These are natural. Don't worry about that part. You can believe that part. If they weren't natural, could I do this? No. Only naturals can do that. You ever seen girls' implants try to bounce their boobs like that? Doesn't happen. But, no, I got to really get in touch with my Viking side again. And it was fantastic. And then literally see through the museum stuff how my grandparents and great-grandparents and everything basically lived. Through the Nordiska Museum, which is a beautiful building. It's basically an entire museum all dedicated to anthropology of basically the last, since, I think like literally the 100s in BC before then of the region. But it was and so I got to literally see, like, possibly, like, the pants my great-great-grandparents wore, and stuff like that, and how they lived and what did. So that was really cool. That felt really cool. And so I got a lot of stuff physically there too that I brought back that I can share a little later. And yes, I did get meatballs 3 times over there because it's worth it. Yeah, I didn't do Photographica there. Okay, good. But I have my whole itinerary. I actually went down, written down. But so I just want to give you guys an idea where we were the last like 2 weeks. Was having a great time here in this area. And don't worry, if we zoom in, we can see exactly where Welko lives. Should we dox Welko live on stream? Would that be funny? I think that'd be pretty funny. I dare you. Really? Are you trying to call my bluff, Welko? Are you really gonna sit there and try to call my bluff?
Hi Twitch.
Hi Shade. Thank you for the 1500 biddies. Damn sweet of you. Fine. Intimidating Welko, but also I'll do it when my pecs are bigger. Behold. So. You need to stop. You need to How did you save up this rage for when I was gone? Is that what happened? Rude. Welko, I have your PayPal information. I have your name and address. I can do this. Don't call my bluff. I'm gonna not do this. I'm a nice person. But I can. So don't fuck with me. Besides, who's gonna want to visit him? He's French. Yeah. We say, listening to French music. So, I'll just be well, don't worry, Welko, your panda still looks stupid. Why don't you add affectionate awards? I do. If you're affectionate to me through tips and stuff, that's literally how this happens. Positive positive enforcement is what makes my pecs get whompy. That's part of lore. That's lore. Also, it's bullying me is, frankly, better content. But also, yes, I didn't say anything, but if Welko just wants to fucking throw his name right there, I'm gonna fucking call him out for it. I mean, you can, there's also pet redeem. But no, so we went Amsterdam, down through Dusseldorf, Köln, the Rhine River, Frankfurt, up through Gutenberg, and then over to Stockholm this time. I've been to most of the places on these Western Europe now, Eastern Europe now. No, West. This is West. Second, wait. That's West. Yeah, the Alps are massive. But, they give me pets. See? Nice. No, I've been to UK, France, then Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, Monaco, Italy, I said Switzerland. Didn't touch Austria yet. Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Canada, US, Mexico. Technically, I went also Jamaica, Bahamas in general, Cayman Islands I went to.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Please stop getting so close to the UK. A certain someone hates it.
A certain someone. Oh yeah, look at this. Getting closer. I'm getting closer. Getting closer. I'm getting closer to where he is. Hello, Anon. I'm going to bully you. Stop. No, don't worry. I don't remember anything past this, so. They'll throw beans at me. Now they value their beans too much. They want to eat them. They're gonna waste them as ammo against me. I'm safe. I'm safe against their bean assaults. Good, get away. I can almost see your house from here. I can almost see your house from here, Shade. Isn't that fascinating? Wow. I can almost see your cat's living room. Thank you for blowing me again.
Get away from me.
Violence. I appreciate it. Alright. Anyway. Big kiss. Mwah. So. I did a little art when I was over there. I didn't get much done, unfortunately, because I was so exhausted. When I got back, I was also exhausted and dealing with some other personal stuff, unfortunately, right away. But, yeah, no, I was gone for 2 weeks, and then before and after, I was sick or dealing with a lot of personal stuff, unfortunately. And also, you're mean. You're mean! I'll shrink. I warned you. I have the power to do that too. Now, I was considering going to Turin, Milan, and Venice. Because I only went to Florence and Rome prior. But given how they're treating tourism right now, also it's hot as balls there right now, I didn't. Recursive, that is literally a good summary of my goddamn life. My best is never good enough. I live with that pain every day. Where my best is not good enough. Good times. Thanks, I'm gonna add more things to talk to my therapist about now. Thank you for that. San Marino? I'm not. Yeah, no, well, I wanted to go regardless because I wanted to see Turin, Milan, and Venice, but that didn't happen. I was also considering Austria, Prague, even Poland, going over all the way over to Warsaw, where another side of my family's from. And then you guys had recommended Croatia and Bosnia and Slovenia and stuff, but I just frankly couldn't get my heart into it. What? How do our flavors differ, Recursive? Now I'm curious what that means. But anyway, highlights: Rhine River cruise. Seeing the castles was fantastic. Seeing all of Rembrandt's art was fantastic, and seeing all the Viking stuff over in Stockholm, it was fantastic. Anyway, you're not here to hear about Europe and history. You're here to look at alien titties. Like this guy's. Aren't you? I know you are. Simps. Ah, I see. I see recursive. So I did have to repose them so that the stitching worked a little better, but I wanted to share, for example, what I did here for clothing. Because I've been trying, after a break from Blender for 2 weeks, I went back to try to throw my head against the wall a couple more times to see if I could get something working. So, Blizzard. Now, I
Alien
don't know...
muscles to worship.
Good call. I haven't tried animating them yet, but I did get him undies and a tank top to start. So, I gave him some comfy clothes. I thought I stitched those. Excuse me. Excuse me. I stitched you. Why are you this way? Or did it fold in on itself? No, it's just simply not attached. Okay, weird. There's, oh, because it has the sewing lines there, but it didn't actually give her sew. Fucking weird. No, I was discovering the joys of this. There we go, sewed close. And it's a lot, but I was managing-ish. Also, why is his back concaved? I wonder what happened there. The good news is we can just do this and do smooth, but... There we go. But I was playing around with some of the features of this, and the way that it can treat this like a fabric even after it's been fabricated is really cool. Like, I can just like grab the cloth, just kind of move it around, and you see how it just kind of folds and bends as I see fit. I turn some picture off, that help. But like, I can just straight up just wobble it about. Here, for example, like You can see how it, like, literally bends and folds. That's cool. Or if I want to bend the boundary cloth or whatever, I can just play with that. That's cool. There's a lot of power here. But I'm just having some trouble with the fall through. Also agree. Yeah, no, just creating real simple cloth with this add-on has made it so much easier. Now, in general, after that part, I don't know yet. But that was a good night. But no, so I gave him these, and then I also gave him a hoodie. As you can see, gave him a little hoodie. A little crop top. This is definitely what he would probably wear in terms of comfort at his house. Trying to adjust the fabric to go around how fucking massive these guys are, it was hard. But we did it. Plus, you know, I added some colors and design to it, make it simple. And sci-fi. So, pretty simple, but I got him some space pants, space undies for at home, and then one word for you. So, no, so I have not gotten the opportunity to try to animate it yet, or even simply move the armature to, you know, a different spot to pose it, but yeah. Oh, Theta overall is tank top for now. Now you see there's like not really like any like stitching on the edges or anything fancy. This is just literally selecting the mesh and coloring it, for example. So it's nothing fancy by any means, but there is opportunities for some really cool stuff like that. Yeah, and is it really worth it? Not really, for what I'm doing at least. Dexa, you there? I can show you some of the clothing options as well that I talked about earlier. No, I can get back to it later. I mean, because frankly, anytime Theta is wearing clothes, he's probably just wearing whatever's comfortable. Because that's the kind of person he is. He's not looking for something fancy or anything, he just wants comfort. So. Now, trying to give him basketball shorts is really hard. Why? He is too thick. It's actually an issue. You don't believe me? Look at this shit. Asset library. Let's just grab some pants. For some reason this did not organize. Yeah, I hoped it would. Let's do this to start. Yeah, let's see. Like, I want to give him some casual pants. So what we'll do is we literally just drag it into the scene, and it comes up with this 2D pattern. Just skin it to the armature instead, like as in click the armature, and then parent with automatic waist kind of thing. If I wasn't looking to animate it. I'd also would like to learn how to do Sims so that it does move with animation properly. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I don't want it to. But like when I want to do stuff like the last Raskus animation I uploaded to Patreon of his member outgrowing his underwear. Just the animation of it growing out through his pant leg was so fucking hard. Okay, the one before that. The one before that. Yeah. That was so fucking hard to get that animated that I'm praying that that can do that easier. Because it was a nightmare to deal with. My god, I tried with the stuff inside Blender. But it was horrible. So, I'm hoping that if I were to try it again with this, it wouldn't be as bad. Hope. So, what we'll do is we bring this up. Bring over this. Go over to simply shrink. And we'll select the mesh. Now it's going to move around the mesh as we move it. As you can kind of see. A little higher. So now, just for example, if we were to click this, basically try to shrink wrap it to it, like that, which is cool. You immediately see some of the problems, though. This boy thick. What a weird issue to have. So I need to literally go in and adjust shit like this and try to make it work. But fortunately, it's not too hard. That actually worked much better than it did last night. Huh. If I take this, this, this. That ain't bad. Unfortunately, his crotch is literally too thick, so the crotch doesn't match up. I'm not super sure how to fix that, unfortunately. But otherwise, I'll just fill the spot with just whatever is available. And yes, this is the sad song you're thinking of. Nope. It just simply can't close his crotch. And that puts her hand through. Yep, exactly. I mean, maybe it was that hard, but I always wanted to work for Pixar when I grew up, when I was younger, so that was my dream job, and now here I am, being a buff alien on the internet. How weird life is. Could like do that maybe? Also, you notice that even though I'm streaming, my PC's not on fire. That's another benefit. Oh, that's pretty good. And you can like shrink it, see how tight it actually goes. You want to make it tighter against him or whatever. I think it looked better if it's a little more loose. Like 0.1. Not even 0.1's too much. And then we'll add a weight like maybe just 1 kilogram. Oops. So when it works, it works. It can do it. But that's the issue. When? Sewing distance, that's fine. Soft closures itself. Quality 8. Now, there should be a way where you can tighten or loosen up bits and bobs. But I don't know how to do that right now, unfortunately. Now, from what I saw, is that they literally, at this step, you can also adjust and pin stuff. I haven't figured out that quite yet. Or enhance with much I'm not really familiar with. But I can do finish and apply cloth, back up current cloth object. And then you start picking all the stuff where the stitching is. And start stitching together. If I take these and sewing, so close. So that's just kind of their way of finishing that job. And as long as they're equal for how many you select, oops. It works. It just works. So I select this. Now that I have those done, can I do this? Yep. Nice and easy. Oop. So close. Now that we have all that. Yeah, for example, that one didn't work. So it says it's 64, and it's 128 to, even out. But I've clicked that as 96. Which means I'm missing something. I believe it's here. I need to get that sewed. Now if I do this, 64, 128. Boop. And like that, I fucked up the pants. Oops. I selected something that shouldn't have been so. Do I just sew these first? That's better. Oop. And now his pants are open with that. Because it missed. Yeah, it sewed up his small parts again. So I probably need to go in manually and and select exactly what I need to sew together, for example. Just think if I do this, I just need to basically tell it to not sew that part. I do this? No. Alright, so I need to figure that out. But, point being, that's how you go about it. The issue, then, could have animated it. But, I'll fuck around with that later, more. And I don't know how to go from this being done to remaking it a simulation either. So... I need another recursive. But no, the soundtrack's fantastic. You think that whatever system they have to draw the different panels together in the first place could have stitched everything together automatically. I think it's there's a reason why it doesn't do that, but I don't know what. And no, there's a few different versions. For example, this is a different version of it, so. But also, it's French people. I'm not gonna call out anything as not being right on their stuff. They know what they're doing, I think. $48.96. So if I do 32, now probably 30, 28. That worked better. Yeah, that's better. They want to basically verify, I guess, which ones sew together. I don't know, I'm just spitballing at this point. $28 what we had on the other side too. Alright, now that we have that, 68, 136. There we go. Perfect. Come on. Cool. There we go. The boy is in pants now. I also like that when you are messing with the cloth, you can change what type of cloth is automatically and change settings for you automatically and stuff. Which is great. I haven't tried to fucking complete this. But yeah, it comes with Solidify as well, which helps, of course. Nice little camel toe he's got there. Also, then I like that, yeah, like it's that sculpting's cloth mode. Now we can just kind of go in and clean up anything that's a little too wrinkly or camel toe-y. Like, right here. You can either grab it like that, or grab the cloth if we want to adjust just the cloth version of it. So we want everything else to follow suit, like that. That's cool. And there might be a way where you could, like, animate all this bits and bobs to, like, with shape keys or something like that, but... I'm not sure. So, yeah, so I drag it. If I just want to, like, drag the cloth down, or grab random ones, expand, contract stuff, pinch everything. It's a lot of power. Or, you know, even like grabbing the edges and twisting them around, stuff like that. Cool stuff, but... I don't think I want to get rid of all the wrinkles, but... It looks realistic-ish. I always kind of saw him in booty shorts, but I think that, you know, lounge pants fit him a little better anyway. And yes, we'll be getting to this boss fight in game too, don't you worry. Sir, your cheeks are too tight, we need to fix that. Headbutt. Yeah, no, the saggy pants work for him, I think. I mean, he looks like he's ready to go play basketball, but... Oh, look how comfy he looks. Sure, let's just give him this tank top. There we go. And even just the texture, because of the way that they do the prints, I don't have to do that much work. Thank God. I already made this and rotated it like 50 degrees, but like... Perfect. And obviously we want to change colors or what, we can do that too. And bright pink pants. Maybe not that one. I wanted to make this boy just an absolute fucking sweetheart at the end of the day. I'll keep him black, but yeah. So now the next step would be, how do I pose or animate this? But that's a different bastard to take care of. Yeah, it's like, and of course I can play around with all the colors I want. But I tried matching it with his eyes and a little 2 on the nose. Looked kind of odd. I was really thinking, all right, recursive. I'll give it a chance. What are you thinking? Try adding a surface deformer modifier, set the target of the body, and hit bind. Alright, we'll start with the shirt. Shirt should be easier. Yeah, saving. Add modifier. Surface deform. It's down here right now at the bottom of my modifier list. Should I put it above subsurface and solidify or anything like that? Do you think? I'll put it at the very top. Target the body. And then I did save beforehand. I'll just click bind. Okay. Not perfect, but like I can it's a Christmas miracle or cursive. Yeah, I'll reset the arms. It's really work for the T-pose. It starts going a little bit, of course, but like a little bit there, but that makes sense where it's hooked up. Yeah, that's a little wonky there, but the nice thing is that I could literally, you know, for example, just raise the head up like that. And then if I go back over here, I can just go back to sculpting mode. That's keyframe it first. I could literally just go in probably with the, you know, fabric thing. Turn off XY. Let's see here. Are you gonna let me do it? Okay, if it's deforming to the body, it does kind of override it. Now I could, if it's for a pose, I could apply them. No, I couldn't apply the modifier because there's shape keys in it. Hello, Hubert. Welcome in.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for the follow too. Welcome in. Yes, it is I, the French fry. I thought I could just scoot it around, but maybe I cannot. Okay, no, I can't modify it if it's doing that. The fridge, yay. The fridge fry. Alright. Got it. Hubert, you may have to forgive me for jet lag, but do we remember each other under a different name? Or am I just daft? Yeah, we can give him... No, there's a lot of stuff that fortunately comes built into this fabric thing. Like, there's a lot of clothing options, fortunately. Or accessories like that stuff. Sure, let's give him a hat. Would he have a beanie? He would have a beanie. There is a various belt. Yeah. Let's try a beanie. For a bean like him. Boop. Alright, so it didn't come in as a cloth object. It just came in straight as a object. Wow. Get him, Bob. How about a... straw bucket head? Perfect. Now he can scream all he wants. No one can hear. You guys have stuck in the cookie jar. Fucking platformer shoes. I don't think any of the shoes are gonna fit him, buddy. Cure me. This is uncanny, and yet... I don't like them with noses. I don't know. The nose is too much. I can't do it. Oh, there's a gas mask. That'd be useful. There. Now he's safe. There, he has to hold onto it with his mandibles, but he's doing a great job. Now, there's a lot of stuff. There's like school vest stuff. Can I make this bigger? A little bit. There, and I can see that a little better. Yeah, we have like belt accessories and knots and stuff. Buttons you can slap on, glasses, hats, bracelets, necklaces, stuff. Which I'm guessing you can slap that on, and it might honestly be pretty useful in regards to... If we can use that deform, that may actually be incredibly useful for the pup project I'm working on. We got shoes, pants, shirts. We got cargo pants. We got, you know, school shirts and vests, a full fantasy cape. He already has his eyebrow piercings and a toe ring, fortunately. And then just straight up medieval stuff. Fur coats, shirts, more hoodies. Here's the belts, various caps, masks, hellos. I haven't tried it, but there's a very, very cool way they do. You can inflate stuff. You can inflate fabric, and it looks super fucking cool. And then we have, you know, female lingerie stuff. That might look really good on the female Sanheeli, actually. I could try that one later. We'll have to try to fit around Booba, but... Yeah, gothic corset. Yeah. Panties. Is this just a default towel? Oop. It might just be. Actually, let's check. No towel. Goodbye! For example, I can just add a... He's a towel. I mean, let's just add a... oops, I don't want park light on here. mesh. Let's just add a cylinder for the paint over. And then we just it's right there. Just make it kind of even. Then we add this as a collision. Friction's fine. We just do this. Just like that. It's just that easy. And then we turn on self-collision. It can work! It can work! Sometimes! Oh yeah, so it is subdivided like that. Thank you. Oh, and then as we do it, actually, we can change what it was. Like, we can do like heavy silk, and it'll change how it wrinkles on the bottom edge and stuff like that. And then it cooked and it baked it, so cooked, baked. Or like stiff paper, so it's very stiff and wobbly. Leather's gonna have a different way it's gonna behave compared to cotton. So you just have to when stuff works, it's so nice, but it's also so rare, and that's unfortunate. One time I tried. I want to show the pillow off, which it works actually, like I thought it would. Here, pillow. Alright, so if we look at it here, this is what it's subdivided like. And I think we have it right now, it should be, yeah, gravity is currently set on... Oops. So it's just the keyframes. Clear keyframes. And then, so it's that, and then if we do inflate cloth, inflate, and now it's puffy. Just like that. Or we can, change it to a higher intensity. Or shrink. Kind of crumple it on itself. Whoops. So for fun, let's just try this. 90. Add a... just a ecosphere would be fine. Can it just straight up just catch a ball? Can we cushion the fall? We'll think we need to have it treat it like a actual object, but we'll just do location, and then right here we'll have it be in the pillow. So simple, Rich, right? Let's try this. What happens? Oh, because it's in zero gravity, it pushed the pillow down. Let's change the gravity like to negative 0.5. Whoa. Look at that! Look how much it just does that! Why can't I just work when I want to like this? My god. Now, it's not inflating as much as I thought it would. I need to raise, I need to increase this actually. Oh yeah, that's it. Stop. Let's do negative 0.01. Goodbye. So just check your intensity. The strength of the pressure is set. Factor of pressure intensity. Okay, look at this. Look at that. Nice puffy pillow. Okay, we push out a little bit. Negative 0.05. And you can technically change this live time too. Up there, comes back up. That's insane. Isn't it cool what happens when stuff works in Blender? I can have fun. Fascinating. What if we do... What if the ball doesn't move? No. Sploosh. Honestly, I'm playing with anti-gravity right now, but there it goes. Bye! Like, and I could just literally pause it right there. Done. I can literally just go finish. And now I have an object that just is this now. And if I want to, you know, sculpt it. You know, I want to move the pedal a little bit this way or whatever. Or I want to move it this way. Like, no, I want to pull this, I want this to be more squished over here, or that. I can, you know, have it pinch even tighter in the center. Whee! Look at that. Just pinch it right there. God, I love when shit actually works for goddamn once.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I'm gonna bend it this way. Look at that! It was just that easy. And it's still a solid object. Fuck me. Like, fuck, man. It's just that easy. It can work. I know. It's... I'm not going to say it. So I'm not gonna jinx it. Got it? Shh. Don't tell them. They can smell delight. I like when shit works. Because I know I can then, you know, use it then. The issue is that it really often doesn't. Alright, we should try for fun here. Add modifiers. Search to form. I try to, now if I adjust this. That didn't work. I bind it. Look at that. Oh my god. Imagine if shit just worked. It's rare, I know. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. God damn. And so, you know, if this actually works. Also, that's pretty funny. Also, this Dexa. I'll take a just screenshot for this. And then, you know, I mean, if this is actually going to possibly work. Beta underscore pants. Undies. I'm not even working on the commission I'm supposed to be working on right now. I'm just having fun with actually having shit work on Blender. Well, if you're trying to throw stuff at him, just use the whole... If you can. Just use this emote on him, he hates it. It's a direct insult to his bloodline. Oop. Big kiss. Mwah. I'm gonna do something illegal. will just see. Okay, so it's not perfect, obviously, but yeah, just back to that. Stop playing with that. I'm sorry, it's funny. Besides, there's nothing there. It's just the empty hole where your heart is. So. Yeah, if I twist it, the underwear starts getting a little fucky wucky. And I can't do that. Okay. I guess I'll have to, if I do pose it with the underwear, I'll just have to go in with the fabric and fix it up. Oh! Here's the thing, though. May not be the perfect right way to do it, but it's possible. And if I'm just doing a render of an image, where I can, pose it wherever I want, and then go in and modify, well, I can't. Well, that too. But no, if I have the deform on it, I can't do the cloth manipulation with it. So is it good unless I copy the mesh and apply the deformation somehow as a shape key to the other one, and then I can use a copy and manipulate the cloth to where I need to. Well, I'll just keep it on for now. I can easily toggle it off. Or I can always just combine to certain combine versus matching versus script and time bind. Well, the good news is that with the tank top, the neck's not close enough to fuck with it. The shoulders actually work too. Tank top works. Without any issues. I mean, it's not perfect, but... like... fuck, man. It definitely winds a lot, but... whatever. I'm just gonna do a cute render of him lounging somewhere. Or before he starts taking the clothes off. Cool. Now the question is, now that I have, you know, the 2 sets of clothes for this lad, how do I pose him, or where do I pose him to have him show him off? Also, something cool I could do here. I did figure this out. I'll just make a duplicate of it, so for safety. Take off the undies. Just leave the emptiness that it did there. Have some guy trapped in his hoodie. As in, like, underneath it? Or what? How? Turn that off because we're gonna make it a cloth sim again. So it's a cloth sim again. Hello, Hunter. There's not a lot of room for that, to be fair, but... one thing I thought I could do here is if I just... okay, yeah, it's no longer paired to it. Actually, if I stop that... yeah, it's not actually paired to it. At the moment, I need to literally move them together. I don't have parrot. Point being, I want to show off here. I just do scale, and then change the scale to here. Just for example. We'll see if this worked last night. We'll see if it worked again here. It actually starts riding up on them. Like that. Now it's not perfect, because it starts getting too far where it would rip. But what if I stiffness? I make the stiffness like a 10. see what happens if I make it like a 10 for stiffness. Can it stretch? No, it starts getting a bit much, but... So, that is a, you know, now a possibility that could work for stuff. We should just do like this. Scale location. Scale location. And we'll just have it run it. You can stop it before it goes too far. Yeah, I like how it goes over the text like that. So, it just does. So that's a possibility now. And given our line of work, you know how it is. Out of curiosity, got rid of this. Instead, just focused on this. We'll just do one. I won't fuck with any of the bone proportions right now. I just want to see how it reacts to this. How can it stretch? So right now it's actually stretching with it. I'm gonna change the stiffness like 50. Yeah, it goes from being a tank top to being just a bra. Oh yeah, that's stiffness increasing. It makes it run up like that. So. So that's also now a possibility I could possibly get away with. I saw, I think, with some of the... I think some of the newer version of it have actually like ripping and tearing as a new add-on they have in it, which, you know, fucking game changer if it works. But I also will give him a bulge in his work pants later. Now, do I have... I'm not going to do it now. I'd be very interested if I could take the animation of him just doing his walk, for example, and how the shirt would react if I had it animate over the walk cycle. I haven't even started working on commissions. That's actually planning on doing today. But, you know, somebody working to Blender the fucking miracles. Run with it when we can. Oh, my back. This back and hurts. Sippy. Look how malnourished and unloved this creature is. It's not like we spent the entire morning on the couch just cuddling him or anything like that. Can you imagine this malnourishment live on stream of love and food? Inconceivable. It's fine. I am talking in front of the mic when I do that. The mic's technically behind me when I did that, when I lean forward like that. You can adjust it right here, make it easier. I technically have... Wait, how many commissions do I have right now for Turians? Yeah, you paid me and you paid me. Wait, did I? I'm having a derpy derp moment now. But yeah, you and you. Are you? Help, my brain is having a bad time existing. Did I never just cross it off? I swore I did. I must have. Mom, pick me up. I'm scared. Okay, it's the same person. They have to go by two different names. Okay, my commission. Woo! I'm okay. Okay, I'm not insane. I'm not insane, but I'm not... Wait, no. Fuck. Help. Mom, I'm having an aneurysm. I need an adult. Oh boy. Yeah. I currently have 2 Turian commissions to work on for Turian OCs for people. I'm also considering opening it up for Sinhealy and both male and female. I have also technically the Turian female, but I haven't started fucking around with it yet. I just got the stuff off a line. I haven't actually optimized any of it yet. Hello, Gogra. After we finish our playthrough of Clear Obscure, I'll drop this playlist in the Discord as well. Okay. Well, you're safe for now. So I thought. Boop. Alright. Alright. But, like, for example, I am making other Turing OCs like this, for example. So, people may be interested in this, for example. Thank you. I got it from the Tree of God. What did you send me? That's quite a mighty big Sinhealy, isn't it? Also, why'd you title it Big Funny Dumb? Are you making fun of Theta? Very nice. But now that I'll obviously look at psychological production. Ooh, good call. Yeah, obviously I won't open that right now because it'll probably open up on my screen and everyone will see it. But you sure? Yes, he says. I was like, I want to share what I did here. I'm proud of this one. What I did for the scarring here was cool. What you see here is the blocking of that. Why isn't the boolean working? It should be difference. Why is it not working? Oh, it's because I shifted it back by accident. That's why. Ah, beans. Which one is it? You? You. Alright. All except for you. There we go. Here, you can see this. Have fun. Now, the commissioner wanted me to create a character where half his face is blown off, basically. So, this is how I managed to do that. I'm very happy with how that turned out. It took a while to get that done, but yes, there is some two-faced vibes, quote unquote, but yeah, trying to fuck with how the texture maps work and everything was really hard. Some roof over there. I heard that boof. Let's keep it at 2 for now so we can actually see it. Save. Yeah. Now, I would show who I'm working on, but I need to find a picture of them when they're safe for work. Which might be harder than I thought, but I'll see what I can do here. Let's check. Penis, penis, penis. That one doesn't have penis, but there's supposed to close. That's penis. You kill me, Smalls. Maybe I can just like do a... I'll just do a clip, and then... There we go, that'll work. I'll save this to desktop for now. Then I can do... I'll take a close look at that later. Welcome, thank you. Dude, were you gonna do the one where you cropped it and didn't crop the ground? Whoops. Image show. Right now my image to show is Shades PNG. Up. Can I copy? Just duplicate. Let's change it. Does it change the other one as well? No, good. It's one of my favorite songs on the soundtrack. The guitar's so nice. I was making adjustments. This is who I'm gonna be working on. Is this character. So that's it. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. So this is the character. What? You have been validated. I mean, my pecs are still big because I just kept them on big the whole time. I can always bring them back down to make it feel more validated. There you go. That's not very nice. It's true, but it's not very nice. Be nice to your boyfriend. Shade, don't bully my chat. That's my job. Don't take my job from me. You've already spent your entire life, you know, bullying the Irish. Go back to doing that. I'll handle my own chat. Or bullying. You spent your entire life... Shade, you've already spent your entire life bullying the olfactory systems of everyone around you. I don't think you need to add insult to injury. Well, hello, show-off! Are you startled that I suddenly put the camera on you? You gave me a face of shock down there. You silly. You're silly. Yeah, you are. Well, there it goes. Did you grab my arm? Are you holding my arm in place now? You saw his arms do that, right? I didn't do that.
I have been nothing but nice to you, and this is what I get. Let it be known that Raskus is a front, and is actually a really mean person greater than.
I don't know. You paid me and I'm nice to you, so... There's something financial compensation working out there. Besides, look how nice I am to this child. That's Gesundheit. A Gesundheit. Are you good? Ooh, big sneeze. Are you a goober? Yeah, you are. I love you. I love you. I know that you only love me right now because you think it's time for you-know-what, but you can wait. I wonder. Because to work on that Turian, I'm going to need to open up Photoshop at the same time. Will Photoshop let me? Or are you gonna be a cunt about it? Let's find out. Not even loading? Photoshop? Photoshop, we have a job to do. We need to make art. Work with me here. Okay. Hello, test manager. What's going on? Excuse you. What's going on? Is Adobe's... We have content synchronizer going, but why isn't Photoshop itself working on me? What the fuck? That's so weird. Okay. I'm not even saying, when I open up Photoshop, I don't even see it open up a task manager either. Can I not open Photoshop right now? I kind of need it to work on this. Not very cash money, are you? Where's all my other stuff too? Are you here? Where's my base? Yeah, there's my base. Lizard. What the fuck? Why is...
I'm a dog, I don't like you, I am now gonna bark at you. Woof woof, bark bark woof woof woof, bark bark woof woof woof, woof woof woof, bark bark bark.
I'm offended. I can't believe you do this to me. Because I have this connected to something else? What's going on? Why is the head not changing? There's only one mesh. If I just straight up remove that, it did it that time. I just did a blank head. Why is that color so different? Huh. Well, it's not really necessary now. I think that's just my blank when I have... Yeah, Raskus blank. Other has a mask out, which is... That's actually kind of cool, isn't it? Huh. I wonder if I could use... I have an idea. While this is on my mind, he wanted to have his face be a little more wrinkly and, you know, beat up and stuff. What if I were to take that and put as an overlay on it? That might be very cool. I'm gonna just put it as non-color. I don't want to multiply it. Value? No. I wonder if there's a way for me just to do... I want to see the colors, of course. I just want to see if we can get that extra scarring on there. The neural map's down there. It does make it look a little more gross when I do it that way. You see a lot more of the kind of nitty-gritty details. But it does fuck with the color as well. So can I figure out a way to do that without doing the color? Maybe I can do saturation prior and drop it down to 0. Hey! Aye. Too much. That did make it a lot more gritty, didn't it? Does darken do anything? No. I have to do multiply. And then we start seeing more of the cracks. Copy, paste. Go down there. Yeah, that looks a little even more dirtier than before. Good. They'll appreciate that. I'll send this to them. They'll appreciate that little extra work for them. That's the kind of person I am. Is there even a difference? There is. There is a difference. That did not change it. Might be a good way to help light it up, too. Because obviously it's not matching the neck right now, fortunately. Kind of hard to get it accurate, unfortunately. I'm not gonna fuck with it too much. I'm gonna really go off the line. So. Yeah, even 1.5 starts looking too off, so we have to keep it at 1. Which is fine. Okay. Distractions done. Do I have... I don't just have a normal heading, or do I? Shit, what's the head actually supposed to look like now? There. Okay. Okay, that is right. I was a little off, but... Okay. Well, I found A, not the one I was looking for, actually, but... That didn't even make a goddamn difference. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. And also, just I want to get a base, basically. I basically need a blank slate that I can then just strip draw over with basically a black marker to show where all the lines are. Then do texture paint. Again, blush. Kawaii. Is it kawaii desu? Enough. Too much cute shit. I don't like it. Get away from me. It's very interesting looking at the color difference between the two. There. Now he's a football player. There, now he's a football player. How about that? I just got a message in DM saying, also, IDK about what you think, but in my honest opinion, Turians have the cutest dang lips. Very smoochable. Am I smoochable? Do I even have lips? I haven't looked recently. Do I? Hold up. I can get a little closer look for you. Do I have lips? Just checking. I don't know, I haven't I mean, they're not the same, they're technically just the same textures as the rest of the skin. But human lips are just, you know, the same tissue as skin as well, technically. I may have to do deeper research in this. Well, if anyone's looking for a smooch test, just let me know. I may have to do some testing for whoever wants to smooch. So, it's for science, I swear. Was the blender gonna work here? Or Photoshop? For the boop, though. Meanwhile, my child is being a whore. Yeah, I said it. That got his attention, didn't it? Do you know that calling your dog a whore usually gets their attention? It worked on him. Okay. Oh my god, really? Fine. Well, I think we had too much of a good thing because now Blender's not actually responding. Like I thought it would. It's not actually letting me save stuff. Let me think I should close that down too. Which is the point, my PC just might need a straight up reset. I grew up. Oh, I recognize you. Alright, they changed... I think they... Right, they changed their name. That's why I was confused. Like, I know you, I think. Okay, wow. How about this instead? You guys like muscled, right? Well, how about some muscle pussy? We'll go raid Beef McCat. They're currently playing Outer Worlds, which is a very funny game. It's by the same folks who made the Fallout New Vegas and stuff. So it's a very fun game, but in that kind of Fallout style. So if you like RPGs like that, you definitely like this one. I'm excited this when number 2 comes out. But thanks for coming out for this, my ranting on Europe clothes and etc. I will be back on Thursday with either with Shade, or we may finish Clear Obscure. Clear Obscure is going to take more than 2 streams to beat the entire game. We can beat the campaign in one session and beat all the raid bosses in the next one kind of deal. So, if people have interest in that. Because the bosses are pretty fucking cool, frankly. So, but otherwise, feel free to keep an eye on Discord and everything. The Raskus growth drive is ending, so make sure they hop on Blue Sky to do that for the last minutes. And I will see y'all then, okay?